showing off their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations all over the world, and we're excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying, and powerful.
We're going to see all of that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or you step on the scale to receive how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, you'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable the whales to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as Orca, but commonly referred to as killer whales, here at SeaWorld, all of our whales have their own individual names. We have 3 female killer whales, who we call Katina, Milani, and Malia, and you all just met our 2 male killer whales, Trua and Makayo. Makayo is our youngest whale at just 14 years old, and our oldest whale is Makayo's mother, Katina, who is also the matriarch or leader of our pod. SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, trust us. They even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. So one of the very first things we train our whales to do are what we call husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And these are very important. Our whales take part in this every single day. So we're going to show you one of the very first things we train them that we consider a husbandry behavior. This is going to be a position in which we would ask our whales for a voluntary blood sample. So Katina's making her way over right now, and when she's in front of us, you're going to notice we asked her to roll over upside down or ventrally and present us with her tail flukes. As you can see, we have a great look at her whole body, but we also have access to blood vessels that can easily be seen on the white undersides of her tail flukes. Our veterinarians will come in at least once a month to collect a blood sample, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the entire thing. But blood samples are just one important diagnostic that we do. Another one is weighing our whales. In order to weigh a killer whale, we will ask them to slide their bodies up and out of the water onto a giant killer whale size scale. Now in just a moment, when we see one of our other whales right here in the slide out area, they're going to come out of the water and you're going to notice the portion of their body from their dorsal fin all the way down to their tail flukes is still in the water. It is the powerhouse of the killer whale, and it allows them all the natural ability to swim, turn, exit, and re-enter the water. But in this scenario, if they were on a scale, we're not getting an accurate weight. So we solved that problem by asking them to lift their tails up and out of the water. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy, so we know that our younger whales are growing properly and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
So we just learned that killer whales love to play, and they actually learn a lot by playing, and through mimicry and observational learning. So we're going to put that to the test today with everybody over here on the left side of the stadium and our killer whale family. So alright, left side, everybody on your feet. We're all going to play a game of killer whale follow the leader. You guys are the leaders, and Malia is going to be watching all of you. So on the count of 3, I want you guys to take your hands and wave them high above your head. Alright, Malia's heading your way, and 1, 2, 3, wave! And look at that, she got it! Well done, everybody. You can go ahead and take a seat. As you can see, Malia was paying very close attention to you all. Killer whales are very curious animals and often jump out of the water to get a better look around. So we're going to see that right here in the center from Katina. Let's give her a great big cheer. Alright, right side, it's your turn. Everybody on your feet. We're going to do an even bigger behavior that we call a breach. The hand signal for this, you're going to take your left hand, tap your thigh, raise it back up to the sky. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice breach signal. The Lonnie is off, and killer whales breach for a variety of reasons, but usually it's just to show off. Welcome to the soap first row. Let's give it up one more time for Malia, Katina, and the Lonnie. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we have learned that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is approximately 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to gain out in the ocean. Other information can only be obtained through field observation, and that's why SeaWorld partners with different research organizations, such as NOAA and the Norwegian Orca survey, in order to advance global education. Killer whales are powerful animals. Perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can eat their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create ways to knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tailbits.
Alright everybody, now this is typically where I introduce you to our hunt segment, which is a great opportunity for you guys to get wet. But I'm going to tell you a little bit on what's going on behind me right now. So as you can see, you all just met our 3 female killer whales in our previous segment as we were talking about some of the ways that we actually care for them. So that leads into our next segment, and in between segments, we typically will ask our whales to go up to the back. Sometimes we switch which whales are going to do what, so sometimes we flip over to the boys. We were going to continue to ask the girls to carry on though, but we were going to ask them into the back, maybe bounce open that doorway, and then go on with our segment. But as you can see, the whales are not currently in the back, they're in front of you all, swimming around the habitat. So what you guys are seeing right now is exactly how killer whales interact with each other when they're on their free time. Now these are very social animals. In fact, our female killer whales are actually the most dominant. They're more dominant than our male killer whales, and they're constantly interacting with each other, interacting with their environment, and they are in charge at the end of the day, not us. Everything that we ask them to do is only that. We're just